Hi everyone, my name is Mike and I live for the applause. You might be wondering why I'm wearing Lady Gaga face paint right now, and as you should. And the reason for that is I volunteered today for little kids and I painted faces, and I got bored during a little break time, and so I decided to just art pop my face up. So today's video is going to be a little talk about, so if you watched my last video, you'll know that bad things always happen to me and my family. It always happens. And yet another one just happened yesterday, and it was actually a really upsetting story, and I'm going to take my makeup off and then I will tell you. Okay, much better. If you watched my first video, you will know that I am a big Kathy Griffin fan. I really do like Kathy Griffin a lot. And I had the opportunity a little while ago to interview her, which is all very exciting. I saw on Twitter that she had tweeted, and I don't even use Twitter that much, but she had tweeted that she is going to be on a show called Hello Ross on E, and she wanted people to tweet in questions for her to answer on the show, and then and then I guess you could have won a chance to ask her the interview, whatever, Q&A session, whatever. And I was like, alright, I like contests and I like, maybe or whatever. And so I just typed in a question. I think I asked her of the celebrities you've met, who is the nicest, who is the rudest, or something simple like that. And then 10 or so minutes later, I got a direct message from the Hello Ross studio, the actual verified account or whatever, and they were like, yo, you want to ask a question to Kathy? And I was like, yes I do. And so they were like, alright, well, just Skype us and we'll accept your Skype call and we'll record it and you will do the Q&A with Kathy Griffin. And I was like, yes! And I'm like, oh my god, that's so exciting. And then I was like, oh crap, I don't have a Skype. And so I rushed in 5 minutes to delete everything off my iPhone, because I'm a hoarder, and put on Skype and set up an account. And of course, everything I put in wasn't valid, because I put in Pratt Pack for my username, oop, that's taken, so I had to go to Pratt Pack 05, or I don't even know what I ended up choosing, and then they were like, no, your something else is too similar to something else, and so eventually I got it in, and I Skype called them, and I was talking to the producer of the show, and, or at least, yeah, no, it was a producer of the show, and so I don't know how Skype works, obviously, because this was my first time using it, and so I was, holding it on my phone, and I was, fixing myself to look nice, and I couldn't see his picture, but I could see, my little picture, and so I assumed that, I didn't know, because I couldn't see him, I assumed that he couldn't see me, and so I was kind of, walking around my room pacing, because I was a little bit nervous, and it was also, 10 o'clock, and I just, spiced? I just, freshened myself up for my 15 minutes of fame. So he says to me after 5 minutes of pacing, after we were talking, he's like, are you going to sit down or are you going to keep me spinning? And I was like, oh, I didn't know that you could see me because I can't see you. And he goes, wait, you can't see me? And I was like, no. And he's like, alright, well, that's a problem. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, alright, well, have you used Skype before? And I was like, no, I literally just got this 5 minutes ago for this. And he was like, oh, no problem, I like your dedication. I was like, thanks. And so he hung up the Skype call and then Skyped me back. And so we Skyped again, and the same thing happened, and the connection kept cutting in and cutting out, and then eventually neither one of us could see each other, which sucks because the Q&A was going to be a recorded Q&A, and all that stuff. So, I was very upset, and he was like, oh, no, don't worry about it. He goes, we have your email or whatever, so we'll just FaceTime you. I was like, oh, okay, great. He's like, you are using my iPhone right now. I was like, yes, I am. And he's like, alright, well, I will FaceTime you. And so I wait, and I do not get a FaceTime. And then finally, I see FaceTime. And I guess because it was a studio number or whatever, but it was a restricted number. And so I was like, alright, well, whatever. This is obviously the Hello Ross studio for the interview, whatever. And so I slide it, and it will not accept the call. My phone refused to take the FaceTime, and I'm freaking out because I'm like, I have to do this. Oh my gosh, I was so upset, and it would not accept the FaceTime. It would not go through, and eventually it I guess accepted the call, and it was like, oh, you have one missed FaceTime. And I was like, oh no. And so I tweeted them back, tried to Skype them back, and tried everything, and they did not respond back, and I was very upset, and I guess they moved on to the next person, and they will be doing the interview with Kathy Griffin and not me. And so yeah, I was supposed to be on television on Friday, and I was not, and I am not interviewing Kathy Griffin. I have nothing left to live for. I was very upset, but you know what? Maybe it wasn't meant to be. Maybe me and Kathy Griffin will meet down the road and do something together. I don't know. You never know. Maybe she'll make fun of me in her stand-up act one day. I don't know. But yeah, that's just yet another example of just on the growing list of things that happen to me all the time. And so yeah, have you ever supposed to be on television and then your Skype call failed and then you didn't? Because if so, honestly, I would love to hear that story because it sucks a lot. So yeah, but thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And yeah, I will see you next time on the Pratt Pack. Bye.